Howdy, y'all. This ain't our usual big city talking, critical thinking podcast. This here is Trapper Keeper, our Mountain Monsters recap show. A recap show for a show that hasn't aired in years and is hidden in the pile of shit that is Max's current streaming catalog. Or for free on Daily Motion. Outro. Oh, shit. Fuck me. Never mind. We're done. How's it going, JD?
And shortest episode ever.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks
That's
for listening,
okay.
folks.
Next
Didn't lose you this time, did we, motherfuckers? This time you're in it. Yeah.
We can't lose you if it's only been
If it's 30 seconds. Exactly. That's all we gotta do. That's it. Today we're talking.
Delicious.
Today we're talking
Delicious.
felonious intent over here. Can't get away with shit. Can't get away with shit on this podcast. Episode 4 of Mountain Monsters Season 1, which it's called the Wampus Beast of Pleasance County. I'll give JD a moment to collect themselves and get going, because I got something cooked up. I changed up the intro to each episode a little bit. I'm leaving this in. You take your time.
I'm glad I was off breathing. That came out. Ow. Okay. Okay.
JD caught a podcast injury.
We're putting this in the HR channel. Ow. I think that was an equivalent to I think 100 sit-ups, but
Wow. There you go. You get your ab work in.
oh, that fucking hurt. Anyway, Wampus Beast, let's go.
Let's go, Wampus Beast. So this is, I want you to step in with me to the beat of the Donkey Kong rap. If you're familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So they're finally here, performing for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. Put your hands together if you want to clap as we take you through the Mountain Monsters rap. Trapper, old white man. He's the leader of the bunch, spinning yarns. Gonna protect Daisy the goat from harm. Buck, the rookie with a critical mind. Don't make him cross the river or he'll fall on his behind. Huckleberry, our security, taking off his shoes and his toenails are nasty. Jeff, the researcher with a Santa beard. I'm not really sure what he's doing here. Willie is out here making traps. There's no reason to fear that they're made from scraps. Wild Bill. Hell yeah, brother. Semper Fi, brother. Brother. Marine Corps. Sorry, I don't know what that was. I think I was possessed. It was kind of a buzz. Anyway, this episode is gonna be the Wampus Beast of Pleasance County. Bam. All right.
Ben.
Yeah. Yeah, bars, right?
That was gorgeous. That was beautiful.
So I didn't realize that the DK rap is like 4 minutes long. Because I was like, oh, I'll do like the DK rap, and then I was like, oh, it's 4 minutes, and there's like a full like verse for each guy.
Oh my god!
So I was like, I'm gonna cut it down to like a sentence each. Then I'm not doing the whole, 16 bars on a Trapper. That's not happening.
That's for the Patreon.
Patreon
in
only.
A year or so,
Yeah. If I have to, I'll do it. But like, yeah. So anyway,
that was gorgeous.
We're gonna do it. Wampus Beast of Pleasant County. I think I might. Trapper starts the episode saying, "It's the first time we've chased anything in our backyard, and this is personal." So I just want to put another point in the Ames was invented for the show counter, because you're telling me you've never investigated anything close to you guys.
Yeah, that seems like not true, especially where they're at.
And it's like you've been around for like you claiming at this time that you've been around for 8 years, right? 2006. Show came out in 2013. Probably was filming like 2012, right? So like 6 years, I guess. You never investigated something that was in your backyard.
Don't you start from home?
Don't
Isn't that like the thing?
right?
of these
Especially
things?
given that you guys are supposed to be like all like poor rednecks. You're telling me you started off like going jet setting around, truck setting around the Appalachian region.
Yeah, it seems like you start from home and then
Yeah.
you branch out once you've got the budge.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. We would start like in Vallejo, hypothetically. You know, like it's what it is.
We would start in Fresno.
Fresno. There we go. We would look for the Nightcrawler somewhere we can drive to, and that's not too
Yeah.
far.
Uh-huh.
But also one of the reasons is personal, not just proximity. The witness this time, our first witness, is Willie.
Yes.
So Willie caught a fright on his farm when he encountered the titular Wampus beast. Huckleberry also says that he's seen one. That was a massive creature, and Trapper says there's been Wampus beast sightings around the area for years and years, and that his family members have seen them. Everyone's seen them. You can't walk around Pleasant County, West Virginia, without running into a Wampus beast.
He could be your cousin.
It could be your cousin. You never know who Wampus beast is.
Yeah, and that's another thing.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that it's been around forever.
Mhm.
Everyone you know has seen one.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You never wanted to look into Wampus beast?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
come
if
on.
that's crazy. That's not.
So I'm smelling something's off in Pleasant County. So Trapper has somehow not seen it. He's the only person in the entire group that has not seen a Wampus beast. He says, "quote I'm the only son of a bitch on this team that hasn't seen this black cat." And again, much like the Devil Dog episode, he puts some stink on the word black, which I didn't appreciate, and I will not ever appreciate.
He loves to do that.
He does. He can't help himself. I think it's even if he's just talking about like a creature that doesn't exist, he still has to.
Yeah.
He has to hit that word. In case the descriptions of a large cat in a rural area have you thinking mountain lion, the CGI demonstrates that it is much larger than a mountain lion. Okay. Jeff chips in to say that the Wampus beast is 500 to 600 pounds and 5 to 6 feet long, with feet as big as coffee cans, which, as we know,
noticing a pattern?
It's a good measurement for cryptid tracks.
Yeah. That's their thing. Coffee cans.
Big as a coffee can. Jeff also says the Wampus beast has a skunk, wetty smell, nasty, just almost take your breath. Jeff also shares the deep lore from local Cherokee spiritual leaders that he says he got from interviewing them, and says that the Wampus beast was originally a squaw who didn't trust her husband and followed him into the woods wearing a black fur fit. She was caught, and a magical spell was cast on her, turning her into the Wampus beast. So I felt there was something missing from this narrative, and so I looked into it a little bit, and is the kind of that version of the Wampus beast story. Is that the motive for it is that the wife was like spying on her husband during like a secret ritual that she was not supposed to see, right? And so that's why they turned her into the Wampus beast. It's not like she's just like out in the woods and they like caught her, and there's no motive there, Jeff. You got to explain why this would happen. I think.
Yeah, she was not just out there for no reason. She was not outside to be outside.
She was just like, he was just following her husband. No, she was like spying on a secret ritual. She saw something she shouldn't see. That's a good motive there. Detracting from the story there, Jeff. So they arrive at Willie's farm and he shows off his big old hogs. You hear hog a lot in this episode in particular.
Then say it correctly.
Hog.
Exactly. Yeah. Put a W in there.
Willie says he has a couple of breeder hogs and a breeder boar. So Trapper offers to, I'm sure you got this part.
I have it highlighted as well.
Knock the nuts off of him.
Mm-hmm.
Willie says no thanks. He's still using him for breeding purposes.
He sounds so concerned when he's like, "No, I'm
good. I'm okay. I'm still. It's fine. I'm breeding. As I just said, it's a breeding hog."
Going.
And Trapper continues, "Well, just tie him up to a post, and we'll stand here and just squeal like a Comanche. Come out here and just." Whoosh. And Willie's just like, that sounds painful. That's not
like, no, actually,
unpleasant.
You know what, Trapper, no.
Yeah. So Traveler hits him with that testicular icebreaker. I called that a nut buster. And we get into the sighting. So Willie starts with his family history. Let's give him that shit. And he circles around to when he was 9 years old. So he started way at the beginning. Young Willie was sent to get a hammer by his father, and as he approached the barn where the hammer was, he saw what at first he thought was a large black Angus cow. And then when he realized it was not a cow, he ran. That's the story from 9-year-old Willie. But there's also a more recent story, which is more relevant to the show, which is that he saw the Wampus beast again, and that time it was the size of his breeding boar hog, plus it had a long tail, so it was big. They're shocked. That's a 600-pound boar right there, which is another thing. I've just got to be like, I'm terrible at estimating sizes, because that pig, I wouldn't have guessed 600 pounds just from again, context clues. I don't know. Like
5. Okay, like I understand 5 to 6 feet long because I am a little. I'm an inch below 5.
Yeah, right.
600, and then like he says, like he saw it like from 10 yards away. So I'm already struggling with how much 600 pounds is, and then how far away 10 yards is. So I'm like, I assume that's
10 yards is like 30 feet, right?
Yeah. So this room is like 12. So like more 2 and a little over this room.
Right.
Wow, that's really close.
It's pretty close. That's pretty close. And like the size, yeah. So like, I guess the 600. I know pigs are big. Okay, I know pigs are big. You don't need to tell me how big a hog is. I understand a hog is big. I just wouldn't know how to estimate the weight of a hog if I saw one.
What is? Oh my god. Okay, so what are things that are also 600 pounds that we know?
That we know. My 600-pound life people.
Well, we don't know those people. So okay, someone said, no, this is later on. Later on, he says this later on. Never mind. I'll take that back.
Okay.
What weighs?
What weighs 600 pounds?
600 pounds. Thank you so much. Is it gonna say like a whale's penis again?
Probably.
I don't.
Yeah. A smaller whale penis this time.
Baby grand piano, an average motorcycle.
An average motorcycle. Okay.
A vending machine. So a vending machine.
Those are the density of things really changes too, though. Like, I feel like a pig is closer to the size of a motorcycle in my head.
Yeah. So
not a vending machine.
Yeah. So we both have probably stood next to a motorcycle. So
yeah.
5. And then a blacksmith anvil.
Yeah.
Have I? I think I've stood next to one, but for
a classic Looney Tunes getting hit on the head anvil. Yeah.
So okay, all right. A baby elephant. Well, I've never seen. So okay, we'll just stick to
that one.
Motorcycle. Or baby grand piano.
Yeah.
So those are our points of reference.
Okay, so we're thinking a motorcycle-sized creature.
Yeah, Harley Davidson
with a long tail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It's pretty scary. But anyway, it is scary because Willie admits that he regressed to a childlike state of fear. And completely shut down.
Again.
He was 9 years old again. He was back into the trauma. Huckleberry shares his own experience in solidarity. He saw a large, mysterious creature walk to the side of the road and stare at him, and then let out this ungodly woman-like squeal or holler. And then it fucked off, just left. But it was scary. Buck decides to hop in the conversation with a story of a horse farmer who had a horse with large claw marks in its shoulder and suspected that was due to a Wampus beast attack. They go to where Willie saw the Wampus beast, which is kind of their standard practice, and he says it was a similar scenario to Huckleberry, where it approached the road and stared him down. Willie says that its eyes looked like they were on fire. Trapper explains that the Wampus beast staring down people shows that it's become emboldened and is gearing up to start killing humans. It's a man killer now, or will be soon. So night one investigation begins around Willie's property. Of course, it's the most dangerous time to do it, as we know from other episodes. At night, because predators, that's the time of predators. And also, as we know as cat owners, cats can see it in the dark. So double scary.
Yeah. Fast as fuck, boy, and can walk between your feet and you will fall over.
Exactly. That's what they're good at. And so those Wampus beasts could trip them, and that's we don't want to see the guys fall. It's scary sometimes.
Yeah, I don't have a Wampus beast with me right now.
Yeah. So Buck finds a wet tree and determines it's wet. It's piss. That's the word, pissed.
Yeah.
They investigate the scene. There's a real piss CSI thing going on here.
Yeah.
They find the claw marks up the tree and disturbed leaves, and then Trapper gives his read on the situation. He was hunched down right there, and he was digging with his back feet, making that piss bed. Stood up there on that tree and marked that tree. He turned right around and was facing uphill and pissed on that tree. Look, it's still wet. So Trapper's pissology lecture is cut off by the sound of Willie's hogs screaming in the distance. Willie runs off. He says, "That's my hogs. He's on my hogs. I got to get my hogs." And you really your heart goes out. We're concerned about the hogs. Mm-hmm. So he disappears from the scene faster than encrypted. They chase down Willie, who found that 3 of the small hogs are missing. Jeff says he sees something moving in the thermal camera, and Willie sets off seeking vengeance. Willie finds 2 of his small hogs killed. Willie's flying off the handle. He's blinded by a lust for revenge, and he begins plotting his most complex trap yet. Quote, it's very complicated. It's got a lot of labor involved in it. Willie's masterpiece is a snare net trap, which is one that we've seen in every cartoon ever.
I know. I was like, we're just talking about anvils.
We're entering Looney Tunes territory here.
We're in Looney Tunes City.
Yeah. Some Acme ass shit. Yeah. The target steps on a net. There's a tripwire that goes off, and then it activates a pulley, and it pulls the person up in the net.
You're just hanging up there.
You've seen it. We all know what it is.
The more you move, the more you get tangled, baby.
Yeah. So Trapper invites his neighbors to his backyard to discuss the Wampus beast because, again, everybody except for Trapper has seen it in the county. Trapper gathers 10 people around the fire and asks for stories of the Wampus beast. And I like this sequence personally. What did you think about this?
I thought it was very funny, but I found one particular person very much a character from the way that they spoke.
Okay. Well, let's get through these folks and their yarns they have to spill. So Nettie, school bus driver, is the first to share. She was driving during the day when this huge black beast just jumps out in front of the road right in front of me. It had a long tail and it just stood. Robin, bar owner, shares that all I know is it was huge eyes. They just would not go away. Fred, the handyman, says that sometimes he feels like somebody's watching him. Justin, the electrician, saw a pair of glowing orange eyes in the dark. And Jeff decides to show the group a video from a cattle farmer on this strange piece of tech called the laptop. The footage, which they all describe as undeniable evidence, is a dark video of what appears to be a large cat moving through the woods in profile. So who is your character? Who spoke to you? Fred?
There's the way he was talking. He sounded like he was working on his way to be like a voice actor of some sort. He had like that gravel to his voice, and I was like, where did they hire you from, Fred?
Oh, there's some...
He was like, he was gravelly. I was like, literally, I highlighted his name, and I said, this dude is a fucking character. I was like,
good for you, Fred.
Who are you?
Fred, I don't think Fred made that much of an impression on me.
Oh my god, you need to rewatch that part.
I guess I need to revisit Fred and see Fred's rough, manly Southern voice.
I don't think it was a rough and manly. Like, no? It was like...
What was it? Well, you said gravelly. Or not?
Yeah, but it was like
Was it just like chain smoking cigarettes gravelly? Was it just like...
Mayhaps. Like maybe like that, but not in like the sort of like, wow, this is an impressive man voice or anything like that. He was just like...
Well, I don't feel like that kind of voice is really sexy, man. But it is man. I mean, I guess it's manly because I feel like that's some man shit right there.
I was like, what happened to you? Yeah. Literally, I was like, what happened to you? And I was maybe it was like some of the way that he was talking too. I was like, well, hey, you good?
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I suppose
he inhaled quite a bit of the smoke and during that campfire session.
That's fair. That's fair. It'll do hazards on your lungs.
That'll do you.
Yeah. Speaking of growly voices, that reminds me of the guy at Planet Fitness that showed me his tattoo and was like, "You like this tattoo?" And I was like,
"Are you getting rizzed on in a local Planet Fitness?"
Yeah, I was definitely getting rizzed on by like a 50-year-old man at a Planet Fitness. He was like, "You like this tattoo?" I was like, "Yeah, it's cool, man." And he was like, "You know what it is?" I was like, "I have a feeling." He's like, "It's the man on the moon eating pussy," and I was like, Cool,
okay,
cool, man. Cool. Good shit. He was flexing, showing. He's like, look, it makes the tongue go. And I was like, gee, I can't. We simply must stop talking, my dude.
In the middle of a Planet Fitness.
Yeah,
He's trying to fitness.
He's
trying to fitness. Oh my god.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's Planet Fitness things. You never.
He's planning a fitness.
Folks, this is why you got to get out of your bubble. This is why you got to talk to people. Talk to the real America. Learn what's going on out there.
I think it would be a danger for me. a small Asian person to have been approached by a 50-year-old white man.
I didn't feel particularly safe. I'll say that as well. So
Oh wow, that's crazy for this individual to have made you feel
that's
unsafe
a little scary.
as well. He got you there.
Just a touch. He's fine.
That's correct. Do you think you'll see him again? Hey Ben, do you think you're gonna
I will
you
not.
go a
I don't
second
go to.
date?
I don't go to Planet Fitness anymore for reasons
He's
related to this.
number one reason, man with this tattoo. on
That's a
his
factor.
arm.
That's a red flag tattoo for sure. Especially
Oh my god.
you simply got to say. The next day, they go to meet the cattle rancher who shot the video. His name is Nolan, who, much like Wild Bill, he gets inconsistent subtitles. Sometimes they give him, sometimes they don't.
He subtitled him. He got subtitled at first, and then they gave up.
They just like gave up, and it was like, "Fuck, come on, guys! Like, I need it. I can't."
Like,
yeah,
I was like, I don't. Sometimes the accent rips away from me, but also I'm hard of hearing.
yeah.
So
I benefit very much from subtitles. And before I was watching on Max, and then they took the first season off of Max, so now I've been watching on other options. And they don't have subtitles, and I'm just kind of I'm struggling a little bit here, especially when my boy Wild Bill comes on sometimes.
Yeah.
So they go to where the video was shot. Trapper explains that Nolan's property is prime Wampus Beast real estate, given it's the woods and a number of hollers. He asserts that it was only because Nolan was driving a side-by-side, a small utility vehicle, that he wasn't the first victim of the Wampus Beast. They sent Buck up the hill to get a size comparison of the Wampus Beast, and Short King Bunk, as we've come to expect. The Buck shenanigan music begins as they force Buck to crawl around on all fours along the hill. Nolan helpfully says it was a lot bigger than that, but that's what it looked like.
I know. I was like,
what?
They put him up there for like size comparison, and then he said, "Well, that's all right, but
hypothetically, that is something is crawling on the ground over there, so close enough, I guess. That's
oh my god, the things that they put Buck through.
I've started calling it the Buck humiliation ritual of like every episode, because I feel like it happens every time.
It does.
Like it's a requirement, at least in this first season. So ritual complete. The dark Buck ritual complete. It's time to go back to Willie and Wild Bill as they work on creating the snare trap. That's right. Wild Bill has arrived with these words: "Wampus Beast, he kill people. Livestock around here, a lot of people fear it. He's running something here. They fear him. We're gonna show him what fear is."
Why do you get his punctuation so correct?
I type it. I type verbatim. I'm definitely like I'm transcribing it.
So you're doing even the IPA.
I got the Huns in there for sure. You gotta have the Huns.
Right.
Yeah, because I don't want to take his word out of context or like make it sound bad. It's important
when you can write it down.
Yeah. When I can decipher it. Willie says he's only ever used snare traps for a small game, so he's got to scale it way up. Wild Bill explains that he's been climbing his trees his whole life. He does it for a living. He even jumped out of perfectly safe airplanes for Uncle Sam. United States Marine Corps, hoorah! His classical lines. As they complete the trap, Wild Bill explains the mechanism of the trap. Net go up. You're gonna get launched out of space.
Yeah.
Full Looney Tunes logic for sure.
Wait, okay. I wrote in here, I didn't know that I was also operating on Looney Tunes logic, because at this point, I did not know what was gonna go happen. They're not gonna catch the Wampus Beast, obviously. And I was
what?
We have a track record, but we're on episode
Fear not,
4,
dear listeners. It could happen.
Nary a beast has been captured. I put my prediction as what goes wrong with the trap is that the tree in the middle snaps and blasts the Wampus across the forest. So I think I was imagining that the Wampus would end up in a different county.
Yeah.
So that was like, I was like, okay, so yeah, they're gonna be like, oh, the net's empty. Oh, actually, the net's gone because we blasted the Wampus Beast across the state.
You got the Wampus Beast. You just hear like the little anime like star noise. Ding.
Yeah, like the fucking Team
Beast,
Rocket or something.
Away.
Or like at one point they see like they hear, did you hear that really big boom across the sky? And they're like, no, and then it cuts to like the trap being gone.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, so that was a Wampus Beast
hear like
flying.
the Tom and Jerry Tom screaming noise, like just going in the dark.
So I was like, okay, that's what's
Okay.
gonna happen was with
Yeah.
my prediction.
I like that prediction.
I'm gonna start doing predictions from now
Please do.
on.
Please. I'd love to hear more of these. Where you think this is going.
What kind of the kind of Looney Tunes shit that I can come up with.
Yeah, for real, please. Keep them coming. Willie asked Wild Bill if his mom ever told him he was hyper. And Wild Bill confirms, I've been known as a little hyper.
That's wild ADHD, right?
Wild ADHD, wild. Yeah, he got something's got him.
Yeah.
The rest of the gang meet up with Willie and Wild Bill for the trap demonstration. Utilizing a blue water barrel, they first have to suggest that Buck gets into the barrel. Failing that, they ask that he ride the barrel. And then finally, they just put the barrel in the snare trap. Snare trap works. Lifts the barrel into the air. Not quite outer space, but, a couple feet off the ground. Not yet. Night 3, the hunt begins. So we got Team 1 is Trapper, Willie, and Jeff. Team 2 is Buck, Wild Bill, and Huckleberry. Trapper asked Buck to demonstrate some squalling. I think it was. I'm not totally sure. It was honking into Bobo, basically. Demonstrated the distress call. And then Trapper takes the Bobo and does like little like duck quacks. They're just like,
yeah.
Bucks were like generally a little like, it sounds like a wild animal in pain, kind of, or like the cry of an animal. And yeah.
I will tell you, it is fantastic to hear with in-ear earphones when you forget that the volume is all the way up.
Yeah.
So it's in there. It gets really 4D in there.
Yeah, it's like the animal sound version of like the Aztec death whistle, where it's just like a screech.
Yeah.
So Team 2 discovers some old bones. They're not quite Wolfman level of a boneyard. These ones actually look kind of fairly old and dirty. So I was like, oh, wow, okay.
They learned.
A little better. Wild Bill picks up a rib cage to demonstrate that indeed the bones are old and kind of gross. Team 2 then discovers a couple sets of claw marks on a tree. Buck determines it might be time to do a call, so he pops out the Bobo and honks out some more distress calls. After a few minutes, they hear another classic, well-captured roar of the Wampus Beast. Buck and the Wampus Beast kind of start jamming together, a little back and forth. And then they realize it's got to be headed up the hill towards Nolan's cattle. So they ride through the pasture, disturbing the cows, but they don't see any Wampus Beasts in sight. And then Jeff says he sees something run into the woods, and they follow it into the brush. The gang all says that they smell it and claim to see it running from them as they follow through the wilderness that is Nolan's property. Then suddenly they hear another Wampus Beast roar and decide it's time to get back to the trap. Getting back in their little like kind of off-road vehicles, they drive through the property and they arrive at the site of the trap. The trap has been activated, but it's empty. No Wampus Beast in sight. They determined that it must have cut through the net. Although, as we know, potentially it was launched into another county.
It was launched across the state.
Catapulted away.
Okay, you don't know if the hole was because the Wampus Beast got launched into
shot
the
through
next
the net.
county.
Yeah,
you
possibly.
know?
You don't know. We don't know. So they determine, they find a set of tracks that definitely look, coffee can
size,
roughly, shape-ish. Wild Bill assesses the situation. He bailed out that trap right there. He right on the money, Trapper. Shit, good job. The shit is put in. They always censor out the curses, but I think shit.
You can sense it.
Shit fits. Yeah. Trapper responds, "Good job, my ass. He ain't up there." So Wild Bill brings the silver lining. Well, we had him. Knit in the hole. I mean, had to slice that thing open like it wasn't nothing. They pull down the net and find cuts through, and they're like all in awe at the strength of the Wampus Beast. So Trapper closes with, "Next time I'll cross paths with that son of a bitch again. You wait and see. I'm still a young man." He's not. The closest call we've seen, aside from catching regular old dogs, but the setup for the rematch is clear.
I forgot they caught just regular dogs.
Just regular ass dogs. Yeah.
Regular ass dogs.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I think so far of all the traps that we've witnessed, this one was indeed my favorite one.
Trap wise, I think so. Although I will say there's another trap coming up that I quite enjoy.
Ooh.
Big fan of.
Huge fan. Maybe I am also a fan of that one, but I did write down snare trap. I love you, my wife. So I seem to love this trap the most.
All right. You got your bias. That's fair.
Yeah, that's my bias. And for some reason, I also ranked them in this episode, but I didn't continue doing it in the next ones because I think I was really focusing on them at that one. My ranking for this episode, is Willie at number 1,
Mm.
Wildville at number 2.
Okay, fair.
Is that a number 2? Buck at number 3,
Buck at number
Trapper
3.
at number 4, and Jeff at number 5, and Huckleberry at 6. Because
Wow.
Huckleberry, I feel like, wasn't really talking that much in this one, or like I forgot
yeah.
he existed, or
Huckleberry is
had the
sometimes like
story.
kind of a silent presence. You know?
Yeah, so that's very like bodyguard security of him.
Mhm,
But I'd like
yeah.
to see him speak some more
That's fair.
because he says
Yeah.
stuff, and sometimes you're just like, "Why did you say that?" But also like,
Yeah, Huckleberry does say some wild shit sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
yeah. So and then Jeff is just like, okay, he spoke in the beginning, but also
Yeah.
like maybe I could switch Jeff and Huckleberry
I-
because at least when Huckleberry said something, it was kind of
It's related at least.
yeah.
Or Jeff, I feel like, you know, not to shit on anybody in this lovely show where the balance is so carefully thought out. But Jeff, I feel like, is maybe the most superfluous. Maybe like what he
Yeah.
really has is that he has the thermal camera.
Yeah, and he has a laptop.
He has a laptop that he uses. Like we're supposed to be like, oh, like Jeff's tech, but it's like, why wouldn't just get rid of
And
Jeff?
he
Just
and
have
he
Buck.
knows what the word bipedal means. I don't know, but
Right,
they
he's
all know what
supposed- yeah, but
bipedal
they all-
means now.
Well, yeah, they all. I think they already did now, but like, you know, like, yeah, I just
Yeah.
don't know what Jeff is really bringing to the table, other than the fact that he uses the thermal camera, which I'm sure was paid for by production. So it's like, just give it to Buck. Have Buck be like I'm the young Buck. I also know technology.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jeff.
So
No shade, but
maybe Jeff gets like a little bit more relevant like in the later months, but like
maybe it's just
Jeff.
it's hard to believe the researcher is a critical role in the show. You know.
Yeah, I would have thought he's like Criminal Minds, the blonde lady.
Never watched Criminal Minds.
Oh my god. Well, I watched the Zodiac Killer episode of Criminal Minds, so you know,
Yeah.
I had to make sure my city was being represented right.
How do
Our
they do?
city.
They do.
Okay
on it.
I don't know. They made it. They added a new aspect to it that I was like, it's fine, whatever.
Okay,
But like,
fair enough.
you know, the stereotypical like Abby character from NCIS where she's like, oh, I work in the lab. I'm a science geek, but I only
Okay.
stay inside of the lab.
I get that archetype. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, maybe Jeff could have been like, I stay in the lab, or I don't know,
Yeah.
the cabin. And
Yeah. Right.
I don't know, like
Jeff doesn't
he's
need to be out
Charlie.
there. I don't. You
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
He could be. I hate to be commenting on a show that's way old, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So
We-
some notes for you guys in case you decide to bring it back.
In case you decide to reboot it, and then we're like, oh, you know who we should have two young people in it,
Yeah.
named Ben and JD.
We can do the tech for sure.
We can do the tech.
We can both operate cameras and laptops. So
Yeah, and sometimes you send us out there, and you're just like, look at these two millennials experiencing the woods for the first time.
yeah. You do the humiliation rituals to us if you want.
Yeah.
We'll fucking take whatever, man.
Ben will
the
do
hell
it.
ever. I'll do it. Crawl
Ben will
around.
do it, and
I'll crawl
I'll
around on
stand
all
there.
fours if I
I'll be
must.
like this.
Yeah.
Need someone to laugh hella hard.
Yeah.
At
I'll
me.
jump into a barrel.
He'll jump into the barrel, and I'll be like, I'm filming it. Don't worry.
I'll jackass. I'm still I think I'm outside of jackass age at this point. I think my body will no longer be as elastic as it once was. Probably.
How old were they when they were doing Jackass?
I think early 20s. I mean, they're still, like Jackass Forever came out like a few years ago, and they were all like in their 40s, at least.
That's crazy.
It's
'cause
pretty crazy.
I didn't ever think that like they were like 20.
They were
until
young
now.
dudes. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And Jackass Forever, definitely. And they take some hits in there that you're like, oh, that's definitely not. You're not
shouldn't be
bouncing. You're not
doing that
bouncing
at that
back like you
age.
were, like you were when you were.
Yeah, like do not like
Yeah.
what was the Bam Margera show one? He had his own show.
He had his own
Bam.
one, yeah. Mhm.
I remember I did watch that all the time, and I was a huge fan of when he turned his entire inside of his house into a skate park.
Uh-huh.
And there was some accidents in that show that I'm like, I don't think I could take that as a 29-year-old
Yeah.
or a
it'd be tough.
30-year-old.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just don't.
Yeah, doing it in your 40s, another 10 years. not
No,
happening.
hell no.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd be like, no, trying to get me to go outside. I would, but I'd
Mhm.
film it. I'd be the one filming it.
That's right. Yeah, which I think
That's
is what.
what-
Yeah. This is like old people Jackass, really. This show,
Yeah,
Monsters.
because I'm thinking of like Wild Bill. Yeah, he was in. What was he in?
Marine Corps. Hoorah.
Marine
Yeah.
Corps. What?
Sorry if that's stolen valor to say hoorah. I'm not totally sure.
He's quoting Wild Bill.
I'm
guys.
quoting Wild Bill.
Damn, the shit. He fell a couple times, and so he has fallen and will continue to fall.
Yeah,
in many of
I'm
these
sure
episodes.
He will. Yeah.
So I'm like, Wild Bill.
He talks up
take care of
his
that.
prowess a lot as a climber and a very skilled man, but he seems to fall pretty frequently, which could explain some things.
Yeah, and maybe because you're someone who climbs, you must know how to fall better than that.
Yeah, you gotta have like some technique to your falls, but
like don't land with your legs all straight because you'll
break
your
your
kneecaps.
legs.
Yeah, that kind of thing. What did you think about this episode? I highlighted that there are some words that they thematically say throughout like a single episode sometimes, and this one of them was jerk it.
Jerk it.
Yeah, they said jerk it a lot. I don't know if
as
I
a command.
That. No, I meant like within no, they were like, go ahead and jerk it, Trapper.
Yeah.
No, it would be like, I need a special kind of tree to jerk it with force, and like I wrote down the word jerk it a lot of times because they were saying like to jerk it across the sky, that kind of thing, and I was like,
when somebody comes along, you must jerk it.
Yeah, you must jerk it. Their thing is like coffee can.
Coffee can was big.
Coffee can is huge. Jerk it, piss tree, piss.
Yeah, the piss talk.
Piss. A lot of that in here, and I'm like, should we start?
Piss bed stuck with me as a concept.
I literally quoted piss bed, and then I put trapper.
Trapper.
It's they do say stuff. One of the things that you can say about this show is they say stuff.
They do be saying stuff. Yeah.
And they who up saying stuff, and it's them.
Yeah. Reliably. This one I would say I felt similarly like okay to like the dog episode where I'm like, we're talking big cat here,
and you're in the freaking you're an experienced animal person,
super experienced animal people, the lifelong hunters.
Couldn't this just have been a big ass cat?
That seems to me like a big ass cat, if that, depending on how much of this was like staged in terms of like, production doing stuff with hogs.
Yeah, because like, listen, that's 2 baby hogs, 60 to 70 pounds, missing, got joinked by the fucking Wampus beast.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, my wasted pigs, but I'm also like, no, those are pigs, those are baby pigs.
Yeah.
They're really okay. The thing that I'm going to continue to have a problem with as we go is that they're always like, this is dangerous, shouldn't be doing this, dangerous.
Yeah, right.
But it's like, I don't feel the danger yet.
I don't sense it. No,
it's not palpable kind of danger fear.
No, I'm not. There's never a moment of fear in this show in terms of like, oh, are they going to be okay? Yeah, I think they're going to be fine. They're like wandering around some dude's farm.
Yeah, and like we're right now in the middle of season 1, but we know that there are several seasons after.
There are several.
So barring some of the stuff that we know.
Yeah, and also I feel like at this point, like it seems like the mask is off with like. I feel like in the episodes we watched this round, there's a lot of riding around the little like ATV kind of guys, so little like side by sides.
Yeah.
Which does feel kind of like a step closer to like being in a rascal scooter, basically. Like you're just like, I'm not particularly impressed by the wildness of you guys out here riding around. Yeah.
It's just like, there's not like, okay, like I did appreciate that like some of it whenever like someone is kind of like scared of something, they're not like making fun of that person for being scared of them.
No.
There's like a sense of like understanding of why that person was scared and like that fear kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm still not getting the scary of it all. Like they can really they can shake their camera as much as possible.
Yeah.
I'm still not
feeling
I
the fear.
don't get the urgency just yet.
No, not yet.
There's I feel like night vision really saves them a lot.
Yeah. Yeah,
especially
it
when they
helps.
find like a creature that's been like mutilated and stuff like
Hmm.
because that could be like mm, that could be like really decent SFX or like F whatever, and then but then it gets saved by night vision, making
Yeah.
it kind of slightly blurry and also like hard to see.
Right. It's a little bit more
I want a
believable
little
or whatever.
urgency,
A little more.
boys.
Yeah. Yeah. So overall, this one not hugely impressed. I would say.
Mm.
I liked the trapper just bringing people to his backyard approach though. I feel like this show loves to have three witnesses. That seems to be kind of the hallmark, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Which I think I don't know if this needs to be an hour-long show. Watching this, I'm like, I think it could be cut down. I think every
yeah,
episode you could do some cuts. Like
yeah. This could be like a 30-minute.
you could fit into a 30-minute slot for sure. I think
Yeah, there's a lot of like, I don't know.
it's like, oh, okay, hey, it's nice to meet you. Well, hey, that's crazy, man. Blah, 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 blah. All right, take us and show us where you shot the video. Sequence of them walking to see where they shot the video.
Yeah.
It's standing in the woods where he shot the video. I don't care to see where you shot the video.
Ben, you're forgetting something.
Yeah.
You're forgetting the buck humiliation sequence.
That's fair. That's fair. That's just a central part of the show. Yeah.
That one you cannot cut.
No, I wouldn't, and I wouldn't suggest that we do. I think
Yeah.
you can find ways to do that without going through the same like 5-step process every witness.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes the witnesses do get like very. I feel like they should only be talking to the ones like that are they've got it really, because I feel like they have a thing where like they start off with this one witness that has like some sort of like encounter, and then
Yeah.
maybe there's a couple that we commented on where like this guy should have been first, not this.
Yeah,
He
for
shouldn't have
sure.
been. Yeah, but this one is like I did like the whole like campfire bonfire situation where they like sat down to tell about the evidence.
I like
think
that,
I feel
yeah.
like that could be like a lot of it because like we can't get rid of the trap building section.
No.
You can't get rid of the lore section, but I feel like you could consolidate a lot of the
witness stuff into like one scene. I would like that. That would be,
yeah,
yeah.
because it's like a lot of them like say the same exact thing just in like a different way or like a different sort of like, emphasis, but it's like you could gather them all in one room to talk about it, or like you can like super cut the discussion with the witnesses. You know what I mean?
I think so. I think that'd be a little sharper, a little snappier.
Yeah. And like maybe like a quick investigation in the beginning of that before you meet the people, and then like the last investigation, because I feel like sometimes the final hunt days are like shorter than like everything else.
Yeah, right. They kind of rush into it. Yeah, it's strange sometimes. Maybe I feel like maybe they'll find they're putting more to pad the show better.
They'll shut us up later. It's been a hot minute since we've seen this.
It's early. Yeah, we got a lot of ground to cover still. But yeah, Wampus Beast, not particularly impressive. So I'd give this one like a 2 out of 5.
2 out of 5. Yeah, episode I would agree 2 out of 5, but trap 5 out of 5.
Good trap. It's a good trap. But
I love you,
folks. I think you're gonna want to tune into the next one because the next one trap is my 5 out of 5.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah. So thanks for listening. This episode was produced by JD and Ben. All our music is provided by Yager Frank. If you like the show, tell a friend. If you don't, tell an enemy. Just like them cryptids, we'll catch you later.
We'll actually catch you.
We'll actually catch you though. Yeah, for sure. For real. No cap.